Alright, so in the last episode I retired my dwarf. As you can see. So I figured why not do a Legends recap of my character's exploits, of which he went on a slaughtering rampage and killed some other stuff. So let's see here. Historical maps, structures, underground regions. Well, first let's go to the historical figures. So we went on a little slaughtering spree, as you can see. So here we are. Cog Ivory Abbey was a mythical queen of the shovels. Was a dwarf born in 1609. It's funny how I'm a mythical queen when I'm a guy. Blah blah blah. I became wild in the wilds. I confronted a human vampire. I struck down a human vampire. I became a hero. I struck down a troglodyte. I became an enemy. I went on a rampage. A very, very, very big rampage. And after I was done my rampage, I settled in Nationfell. So, I had 97 notable kills. I was like all those kobolds and a couple of other guys I killed. Besides them, I also had 17 other kills. That include those like guys I killed in the mountains, but also stuff like the Gnome, the Gremlin, the Troll, the Cave Crocodile, the Naked Moldog below. So I killed a few things. Let's see here. For some reason those archers that I found aren't showing up here, but well. So we got a whole list of stuff that died. And we apparently have one kobold who somehow survived. But whatever. And as for these guys, they are apparently alive, but they're not at war with anyone, so maybe I can find them in that town I basically retreat to, hopefully. So let's see here. Artifacts, regions, civilizations. First, what civilization did I go to war with? I went to war with Glofolothrorin and or Sharafagalumfin. So let's look for those guys. Civilization. And it was constructed in Shakatix in Baldacode. I assume one of those is the cave. And let's see here. A goblin became an enemy, a human became an enemy, a dwarf became an enemy, a human became an enemy, and then a human became an enemy. So those are two. Pebu, Cotton Hopped, and Lapip Rotter fishes. We'll try and look for them. I'll just quickly write their names down. Because those were the guys that accompanied me to on my adventures. Those crossbowmen and the recruits. And Pebu, Cotton, and Lapip Rooter. And just so I can, let's look for Baltic code or Shack at Tingus. So let's look for sites, and we'll look for Baltic. Oh, it's not popping up, so Baltic code. and it's a cave. Bald Cove was a cave where this civilization constructed, and it's where the kobolds lived. And they went on a little thieving exercise, basically stealing everything they could. And then along the way, after stealing everything, a dwarf got a little mad at them and killed them all. Well, most of them. I'm sure some are still alive. Alright, let's look for these other guys. So, we had Siru. So this guy has a name because he killed so much, I think. Siru Farms was the Iron Residence, was a human born in 217, unknown parentage. He became a ranger. He married Jaffel Doonspawner. He became hunting the wilds, or he became hunting great beasts, and then he began wandering the wilds. He became a hero. He became an enemy of the kobolds, and he actually struck down a few kobolds with his iron crossbow. He mortally wounded one who blended death. Down many. And then he eventually suffocated, slain by the kobold Stil's eruption in the jungles of the Bering. See his home, his kills. He had 19 other kills too. He killed a bunch of stuff as a hunter. Besides those kobolds. So, that's one. If we look for another one. Hebrew cotton hopped. So he became a farmer, married someone, and he began scouting the area. And he got a few kills. He was suffocated, slain by the kobold Tiris Silvershriek. As you can see, he had 21 kills. So these guys got a few kills in. So quite a few kobolds died in that little charade. Lap. Pip. Lapip. Root. Alright, so this guy. Blah blah blah. So he was a farmer too. He mortally wounded a couple guys. Struck down the rest. And he was suffocated. It's kind of sucky how they all seem to suffocate. He had 31 kills though, so he killed even more. Not bad. And those were the guys who accompanied me. Alright, so as I said, we were going to try and see if we could find that cave. Balder Code. So let's see here. Historical maps. For this, I was somewhere up north, if I recall. Was it maybe here? Laugh. Most. Foggy. Chow. The French nations. Goblins here. The Vermilion Kings. This is only the really big problem. Trying to find where it is that these guys could be. Because they really could be anywhere. So we have Pimis, Young Tomes. I could take a while to look for this. So how about I just pause it and I'll get back to you when I find it. Alright, we're back. I found out where we started. Over here is Opalilock, and down here is the Tress of Canyons, and right here is Gulfurin. That's the kobolds that I went and mass slaughtered to death. And up here we have some of the goblins. Down here we have, I think, some elves. And basically, these guys all expand around here. Anything over here? No. Well, anyways, so this is where the guys are. They're just above those guys and just over here. So let's try and find that on the Dwarf Fortress map just to see if it appears. Be nice. It could be cool if it does. I could, show what happens when you build a fortress near a kobold cave. Everything pops up friendly, I believe. At least it did last time. This could take a bit, so I'll pause again. Okay, it's back and we've loaded. So, up here in this general direction we have, I believe, the places around here. So we have the cave. These are the caves that I was around. One of them contains the kobold cave, and I think the other one's the troglodyte. So, yeah, they appear on my Dwarf Fortress map if I want to go there sometime. Make for an interesting little pit stop for my character if I want. Okay. I think what I'll do is, I will actually try to replay my dwarf just to see what happens. But I'll make another video about that instead of bundling it all into this one video. I'll tell this one legend and I'll get back to you on the other one.